Welcome back to 3 Star War Strategy. Your host, Name of the Lord, here with Dirty's next war recap. And turned out to be a tight war as we were a little outnumbered. They had one extra Town Hall 10, and with these smaller wars, that can be quite a bit. Um, we didn't do our greatest. Town Hall 10s took care of biz. Um, high a 99% there. Tim, who's going to see a 3 star from him, so pretty good war. And then a couple Town Hall 9s and then a little Town Hall 8 got away, but got the job done. So good job, everybody, at Dirty. This next war is looking like it's going to be fun, too, as the clan is going for their 100th win. Not us. We're not going for our 100th yet, but that will be coming, let me tell you. So let's roll out a few attacks. Tim is going to bust out a very nice GoLaLoon, and it is worth noting on this GoLaLoon, he does a lure, which is not typical, and he's going to pull it out and use his bulky heroes. When I was watching, I thought maybe he was going to get in trouble. Because the queen, I believe he has to use the ability on the queen here relatively soon. Yep, he already used the ability, but the troops go down quickly. I did not think he was going to be able to get both air defenses. But as you'll see, nice widespread, very good funnel created there. This two things are the only things that the king could have ran to, so he went in, took care of the queen. Having the beefy king helped because he's going to take care of one of the air defenses, and then the queen has nothing else to hit as all this is already taken out, so he gets both air defenses. Probably would not have been able to pull that off with 15 heroes, but right into the air sweeper here. Great work on the pathing and on the spells. This was the end, if you remember. So he drops in his loons like so. He's going to have this heal here is very nice. Had a little one here. So those were his spell placements. So if you think about it, with the troops starting at the bottom, working right off of the edge of the defenses that were already down, working in a clockwise motion. The trick is to get these first loons that come in, instead of having them path to the next set of defenses, that's what these next loons are there for, so that these loons will then path into the core. And then up top, those kind of are back end loons. It's a weird way of thinking about it, but in essence, that is what's happening. And if you think about it, that's really how Surgical Hogs works. So keep that in mind. If you are a GoLalooner, you already have a head start with surgical deployment, and surgical deployment of hogs. That's where it's at. It's right now. It's OP. It's overpowering. And most bases, especially in 3 star wars, you're going to run into anti-GoLaLoon. But you can pull it off. Keep practicing. It's typical. It's very similar. I'm sorry, similar deployment strategies. All right. So BJ, as you can see, he's got a level 9 queen, so he's relatively new to Town Hall 9. But he does a lure, typical kill squad, running with the poison, but he's going to hold on to that because of what comes out. Dibs to you, man. Props to you. I love that strategy. No reason to use it on the high HP troops. Hang on to that. See if you'll need it during the raid. Two minions creates the funnel down here. He's been watching some YouTube videos because that's good stuff. One or two wizards, so limited troop space that allows for 29 hogs, not including the one that he used for his lure. And he's going to get just a little bit of work. I'm going to pause it. He got his kill squad is still up. His king and his queen. His king's probably going to go down soon because the king, that's what the king does. The queen has the ability, allows her to stay up a little bit longer, and she trails usually while the king is tanking. So he's going to be losing his heroes soon, and he's going to basically get, I don't know, something like that. Maybe if a Tesla or something pops, he gets that over here with his queen, but he's not going to get that much of the base. And that's, you have to know the power of your own kill squad, especially based on your hero levels. But he does a great job of, this is basically a surgical, because he's got this heal. When you're streaming your hogs in one or two finger to do the whole base, then you're going to want to wait on that first heal. But when you're doing a surgical, it's typical that you're only placing 2 to 3, depending on giants and defenses, 3 to 4, we'll just say 2 to 4 hogs on per defense. And he does a great job of dropping that heal, using just a few hogs to get those defenses down. And then he's going to finish it with more hogs on the side here as they start to rotate down. That takes out these defenses here. Look, that's a surgical deployment, believe it or not. It almost looks like an Asian wall of some kind, but it's not. Which it pushes these hogs up top, straight south into the core, where he has another heal. Because of the surgical deployment, he doesn't need to heal these hogs out here. That allows him to save that heal for right here. 2 to 3 heals is typical for a surgical deployment. 2 heals if you're killing the kill squad with the rage, killing the CC troops, which is what I like to do, is bringing that rage. It allows your heroes and your troops to kind of penetrate just a little bit deeper, and you typically need that jump as well against a good base. And then saved that poison spell, I mentioned that earlier, and was able to get all those pesky skeletons off of him. Very nice job, BJ. If you're not practicing surgical deployments, I highly recommend it. 1 and 2 finger drops, there are scenarios for it, but anytime you're seeing lots of gaps between base defenses, surgical deployment's better. You're going to lose less to spring traps. Also, if there's double giant bombs in the core, these 6, 8, 10 hogs he dropped would have tripped those double giant bombs, and he still had 19 hogs to finish this attack off. So very good job. Keep it up, BJ. Keep working with the surgical. I think it's OP. I'm still arguing with a few people about that, but I think it's the way to go. It's obvious if you watch a lot of YouTube. That's what the elite clans are using against elite bases. One more attack. Forgot which one I was going to show, but I do want to show this. This is a very common base. When you're in a tight war, it's difficult for our Town Hall 10s to run 3-star strategies. They need to get the 2s. So no GoLaLoon or anything like that here, but a very common base. And as you can see, Iceman doesn't have the highest heroes either. So you can't hold it against him that he has I mean, that's what you're going to see. Most of these types of bases being 3-starred come with high heroes. even the mass witch attack. This base only works mass witch with the high heroes. Um, but came in 2 jumps, um, 2 golems on each jump, and some wizards to kind of break this off, break the defenses, funnel the troops just like you would funnel your queen or king in on a Town Hall 9 attack. Wall breakers and his kill squad and all of his buff troops going straight in here, which allows them not to veer around the base or skip the core. So great strategy. Starting to see this base. Another jump here into the core, and then he's got the rage and the freeze. But starting to see this base. I mean, everybody's seeing this base all the time. Even if you're in Masters or Champion, the higher leagues, this base is very common, and starting to see it even more and more in War. But seeing it getting 2-starred more easily is awesome. It's not an easy base to 2-star, but more and more methods are coming out. This one is probably the best method I've seen with breaking and then breaking the funnel and allowing the troops to head right in with that jump and taking care of business with 2024 heroes. Great job, Iceman. Only thing I can recommend on this is, and this is not a good base to do it on, but in general, saving some troops just in case you're close on the percentages. Look at, and he's doing it right here. I should watch what I'm saying. Um, Picking up those little percentage points at the end can mean the difference between a 1 and a 2-star. Good job, Ice. Keep up the good work, man. Good job, everybody at Dirty. Pulled that one out, and looking forward to this next wars. We got some more tough bases to handle that we're actually pretty excited about. So, good luck to everybody at Dirty, and God bless.